toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Corners are walked up tight. Hauls it in with one hand. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
You see this more and more in practice all the time. Everyone practicing one-handed catches ad nauseum, just going up, trying to snag it. Practice paid off for sure.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line. The big run's going to make it first and goal. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Vols trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown ball!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find something.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. To take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Volunteers will call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Got enough for the first. They make the stop, but not before the chains move, and the Wildcat formation pays off. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Picks up the first down. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker. Up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Seminoles will try to convert on fourth down. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They send the tight end in motion. On the snap, it's Singleton. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is.
A I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Direct snap. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Singleton. He's shoved out of bounds right at the 6-yard line as they were able to at least keep him out of the end zone. Snap to the back. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
The extra point here would tie the game. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. And he'll bring it back. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On the move. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit? And the Volunteers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Back has it. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Dante Moore, bringing the heat. Touchdown, Volunteers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And that was a play call the coordinator had in his back pocket. He was hoping his defense would get the stop on 4th down. They did. There was no question. He was telling his quarterback, if we take the field, we're taking a shot. You know who you're throwing it to. What a great job of having a shot play ready to go, and it pays off.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jackson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. Got enough for the first. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their...
He's loose on the right. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Makes the catch. It's Lacy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Here's Moore to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles. And a nice job there with great effort, taking the angles away. They're
snags it and he's open. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he topped things off with an electrifying 85-yard run to the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat's going to give him a different look. Direct snap.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard in this running back.
They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. Snap to the back. There he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. Bringing it out. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Moore. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Throw to the right side, that's Wilson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Dante Moore wants to throw again. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. That's caught. It's Lacy. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Second down coming up. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. Got it, looking for a first. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, if you were wondering whether or not this coaching staff believes in their offensive line, you now have your answer, because that's now the second time on the drive they went for it on fourth down and then got it by handing it off.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed. And
there's some room. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the second and short.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and Caught, and he's got room. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field to score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Gets it to the back. Touchdown ball! They move on top here in the fourth. The ball strike back for the touchdown.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Sticky. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got.
And here's the thing, strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now. I think you're seeing that with their offensive coordinator and his choice in play call.
Could be an alley.
And how about this offense? Nice job sneaking a run in here. 2-minute drills, you're down. Everybody thinks pass, pass, pass. They sneak the run in, get the big gain. Still need a touchdown, but didn't panic, didn't hurry. Nice job by this offense.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Green. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles. The Seminoles back in the lead.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Throwing Moore. Finds the big tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Moore will throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Working that left side. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The Vols strike back with a touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Got to have a touchdown right here, and this will be the final play of regulation. On the direct snap, it's Green. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. No home field advantage in this one, just a great stage for a neutral site showdown. It's the Florida State Seminoles
atmosphere is going to be crucial today. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Guys?
Holly, thank you. The Hurricanes will kick off first, and here we go. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap.
And that's a great...
Might have a chance. Makes it past the marker. Inside the 50. At the 30. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown Seminoles. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Matthews. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On the run, it's Tomlinson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played, but no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida, Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great, the lineage, the history of the players, so it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they gambled in their own end. Now they give up really. the Knowles ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Back to pass, it's Vick. Finds his man, it's Johnson. Still on his feet at the 40. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. He goes right back to the air. Finds the tight end. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game. And bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum established.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
With the catch, it's Smith. There he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Now on 1st down from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Vick. Thanks to grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, that's 3 throws on this drive and 3 completions and 3 first downs. And it's funny, talking to the offensive coordinator during the week, he said, hey, if my head coach would let me do it, I'd throw the ball 100 times a game. I wouldn't even run it because of how much I trust this quarterback.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Sticky. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quickly complete. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Offense still out there lining up quickly on 4th down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, going to the air. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Makes the grab. It's Burnett. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. To the air, it's Vick. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. on inside. It's sticky. Turning it up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
And that one, I don't think, with required 10 yards. It did not. Penalty marker is out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. To the ground. He's got it again. Maybe some room here. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable 3rd down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy, and he gets you a 1st down, and he gets you another 1st down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He's got an open man.
Well, Reese, the one guy's name you haven't called yet is this big fella tight end right here. He's one of the better ones that we see week in, week out. Finally, in the 2nd quarter, they get him a completion. This has to keep going now for the offense. You got to keep looking his way. He's too big of a...
Breaks into the open.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the back.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The quarterback sneak. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And you tried the quarterback sneak to try to sneak it on the defense, but it was not effective. It went absolutely nowhere. Actually did. It went backwards, stuffed on that play.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss. The We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Using his feet. Tried to get there by himself, and he is stopped short, and it'll be 4th down. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the move. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down. And the Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Vick. He's taking the shot.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. The throw. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game. But in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Singleton. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. Offense staying on the field here and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
To the air, it's Vick. Grabs it in the middle. A 5-yard pickup there leaves him with 3rd down and 5.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Complete on third down. He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. The give to the fullback. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Got enough for the first. Got a little grass. He's at the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Florida State. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Vick. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Tight end now in motion. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Stumbled to the ground. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Looking for a man, it's Vick. Makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickey. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Vick. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting the...
Makes the catch and he's free. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Running inside. It's Dickey. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll run it again. Across the 25, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Well, they run it right up the middle to try to give their kicker a good angle, and here we go. This is all you can ask for if you're the kicker, an opportunity to go win the game. The ball's right in the middle of the field. You got to go do your job.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Timeout on the field, only 2 seconds left as they choose to stop the clock. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be for the win. It's gone! The upset! They get it done! The field goal to win it! You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? It's Volunteers ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it back looking for help. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Charles. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. They go play action with Russell. Forced out of the pocket. Going right and going deep. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
And all of a sudden, this offense starting to look like the Stanford offenses that David Shaw used to coach, where they had 3 NFL tight ends on the field at the same time and lining guys up all over the place, making it hard for the defense. These guys got weapons. They've got big guys that can catch the ball and hurt you. I love the formation, and I love the execution there.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5.
Finding some room. At the 20. Touchdown, Penn State. Once he got some room, it was over.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Sticky. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. direct snap. It's Lacy. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll move the tight end. Snap to the back. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Lacy. He's not going to get there. Stop. Fourth down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the big...
Maybe a crease. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try it over the left side. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Charles. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They'll go right back to the run. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. And the Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. The Nittany Lions come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Lacy.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Direct snap. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Lacy. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the 1st down out of the Wildcat. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Vick. Finds his big tight end. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. He gets a block. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
I think that's a decision the head coach is going to look back on and wish he had done the other thing and just kick it way down the field. You've got a tie game. We've got so much football left to play here in the second half. Instead, because you don't get the onside kick, your opponent is now set up in really nice field position to go down, score, and take the lead.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Sticky. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Snap to the back. There's a crease.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's sticky. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Lacy. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Direct snap. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Snap to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
On the direct snap, it's Lacy. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He's got it! And they have surged on top here in the final 2 minutes.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job, right? Here late in the 4th quarter, they put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for room. It's Tomlinson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
I wonder about the mindset right now of the offensive coordinator, too, because they need points, and running the football just is not going to get it done. Early in the drive, late in the drive, I think you've got to be in attack mode right now throwing.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
Push down for the tackle.
Man, I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. That's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the 4th quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains.
Well, tempo's going to be a big deal right now, but 4th down coming up, trailing, you have to dial up the right play right here, Dave.
And first things first, you got to get the first down. Like, I got to convert this 4th down. The clock is irrelevant at that point. Then I got to kick it in high gear, make some plays, and get in scoring position to try to take the lead.
He'll toss it. Fights off a defender. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
The most important thing running the ball there on 4th down is you get the first, the game clock stops for a...
Here's a little room there. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Got to get to the line, get it settled, get the clock stopped for the potential game-tying field goal. Now the toss. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down.
And this defense has to be so... Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touch! Nittany Lions! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Lacy. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. He's taking the deep shot. It's incomplete. A last gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it. Bad offense, good defense, no scoring. That's pretty much what we had in this one as they come up short in a bit of a slog fest.
Yeah, and most of the time in college football, it's the opposite, right? You know, defense optional. Offense scores so many points. This one, back and forth. Offense is struggling, trying to make plays.
headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Well, that's rarely a good sign. They use a timeout before the first play of the drive. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Handoff to the fullback. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
Hauls it in. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Vick. Looking to the big tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion. And the Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Big fullback's got it. Big time play by the defense. Hill. 4.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Give to the fullback. There's some room. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Cavaliers look to keep this drive humming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Open space at the 25. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Wants to throw. It's Vick. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. 10th play of the drive coming up, at this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds a man on the left. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
Now, 4th down.
And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick spin on the run. Could be an alley. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Timeout is called by Virginia. That's their 2nd. They'll have 1 left. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. On the snap, it's Sticky. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short game. Kickoff 1st, and here we go. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. In the Wildcat, let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Sticky. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Before they snap it on 4th down, we have a timeout call. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Volunteers will punt it away on 4th down. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. The give to the big fullback. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
And the Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. DB's right up on the receivers. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Hoosiers want to crank the tempo. Back to throw, it's Bailey. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Dickey. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got his man on the outside. Snags it, and there's running room. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Vick. Looking for the end zone. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. He had the speedster loose, and he just couldn't connect. Just a little too much juice on the pass.
Yeah, God, those ones that you got a guy wide open, a lot of times quarterbacks will tell you that those are the ones you kind of, like, I don't want to mess this up, and you either put way too little on it or, in this case, way too much on it and overthrow the speedster.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the fullback. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And the fullback, this takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Bailey. Makes the grab, it's Fleming. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him sleeping.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these 3rd and...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws to the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They'll send the tight end in motion. On the direct snap, it's Lacy. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And he needed every little bit of strength to somehow sneak that over the crossbar. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. At the 35, he's loose. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the 1st down. Nice play.
Give to the big fullback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the 1st half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
To throw, it's Bailey. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Here's the pressure. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Power football with the run. Might have a chance. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown ball. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Throws to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You can tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The quick out. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
It's intercepted. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that picked it off.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll give it to the back. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Volunteer! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This dude's day just keeps getting better and better.
a live look at Hard Rock Stadium. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the SMU Mustangs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
I caught up with the Mustangs head coach before the game. One thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Vols ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. The returner will field it and bring it back. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Dickey. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground. Maybe some room here. Across the 40 out of bounds and the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Throwing Russell. He's got him in the flat. Powers through. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Hard running there. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, SMU! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. The Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. Keep it on the ground. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10.
That was a big first down for this offense. Like, your defense was just on the field a lot. And so to get a first down, to get that clock moving, to get them a little bit of rest, now getting maybe a little bit of a rhythm offensively, big first down for this L.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. They go to the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to the ground. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. He's got enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 37. And the Volunteers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
And they get another first down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs, and a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
A give to Brown. He breaks a tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. Again, it's Brown. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Defense in press coverage. Keelan Russell throws for the tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think, we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays. Man, you can't give those up.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
What?
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Picks up the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Man, can you imagine if they hadn't picked up the 1st down? It would have been, what are you doing running the football?
Oh, the fans would be so irate. That's one of those, well, come on, what is that? You can't be that conservative. Oh, yeah, no, that was a great call. Good job, guys. Great job. It worked perfectly.
Russell. Snagged in the middle. It's Burnett. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Mustangs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. On the run, it's Dickey. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Scanning the field, it's Russell. Looking for the score. Has it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Throwing right. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
Just just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Brown. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. Snags it on the right. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Unloads to the wideout. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Vols will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Throwing Russell. Caught in the backfield, it's Sticky. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Time to take a shot. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Here's Brown to begin the drive. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. One more time, it's Brown. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sticky. They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the Mustangs have pushed it inside the 20. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Oh, that's a tough one. It's a wide receiver screen. You know, that's a throw, short, easy pass to catch, wrangle it in. Maybe he started looking down the field a little bit too fast right there, but you've got to make those catches. Those are way too easy.
It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the 3rd quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it on the outside. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now.
Intercepted to stop the threat.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
be ready for kickoff as we get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. To the air on first down. He's going to go for a big one. Makes a grab deep. Rolled into enemy territory and all the way to the 44-yard line. Apparently, line number 1 on the game plan, attack. Now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. You saw it on that first play of the game.
Looking to throw on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Oh, I bet the QB is steaming because he did an awesome job. He drops back, and he can tell he's got the matchup he wants on the outside. He's got an open receiver, throws it to him. Great ball right through his hands. Missed opportunity for a big play. Missed opportunity for a touchdown.
He wants to throw it again. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Well, the defense came into this game, guys, knowing that they were going to be tested, with the offense throwing it vertically down the field. You saw it right there on the opening drive. They were ready for it. Great job locating the ball and getting the INT.
First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a first down, and this defense misses an opportunity to keep them backed up close to the goal line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Got a little grass. Rams him with the stiff arm. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And how about the offense? Pitching it to the left, getting on the perimeter really, really quickly. Get this guy with speed, outside, in space. Good things happen. Breaks off the big run. Nice job. Get on the outside quickly.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Run in the red zone, it's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Midshipman! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. On the move from inside his 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. This drive will open from the 15. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And down he goes back at the 3.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's 2 thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation backed up close to their own end zone.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires left. The sure hands, it's Jackson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after 1 period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Running inside, it's Jackson. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground with the running back. Finding some room. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The brigade celebrating another first down, and that's really the way Navy's always done it. You can even think back to the great Napoleon McCallum, who ran through defenses at will.
Simple, but so disciplined, right? Like running the option year after year, you got to have discipline. Not surprising, Navy is always good at it because so many young men with such discipline, they can run a system and really just continue to methodically move the ball down the field.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Pulls and fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Golden Bears. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And right down the middle. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the move, it's Jackson. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Maybe a crease. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Navy quick to the line.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
absolute shank. Missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Jackson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Cal.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. And it's a sack. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Going over the top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. Just about set to get this second half underway. From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They start this third quarter with one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready. They're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Isn't the play-action fake supposed to make those guys take a half a beat before they come and destroy the quarterback?
Yes, trying to slow them down as much as possible, but it's predicated, too, on me reading that and me seeing it, and they didn't bite it at all. You better run the football effectively if you're going to run play-action, because they did not bite on the play-action fake at all.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
He'll field the punt. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Golden Bear offense, ready to start this drive. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Snagged out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Cal! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
Number 0. Halted in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. Navy quick to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. And they've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands. And you saw it right there on that tremendous return.
Completes it in the middle. Touchdown, Cal! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The offense did exactly what it needed to do.